Hello YouTube and welcome to Bub's World. I'm your host Bub, and today we're going to get into mostly a pretty lady haul today. But first I have a very special comic to show you. So let's make me small and get to the haul. Yo! There it goes. Alright. So first up I want to show you a quick comic. Nothing, it's not a key. It's not anything that's very special probably to very many people. But ever since I was a little kid, my mom would tell a story about one of the famous people, if you will, that we had in our family. And so apparently I am a distant relative. I'm sure there's not even any blood. I'm sure it's, you know, married here and there and everywhere and all this kind of stuff, to a fellow named Russ Tamblyn. Now, Russ Tamblyn was a dancer. He was an actor. He was kind of an acrobat. And he was in movies back in the day. So some of his more famous roles were in West Side Story. One of my favorite movies of all time, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. It's a musical. And as well as his feature role where he was the star of that movie, Tom Thumb. So Dell put out a Tom Thumb issue with him as the feature, kind of telling the story, the MGM movie. So here's that. So there you go. It is a partial painted, partial photograph. So this is a still from the movie. Had some early special effects back then, right? And there's Tom Thumb. Russ Tamblyn as Tom Thumb. My cousin. And let's go ahead and get into this so you can see the feature back of it, which is very cool. So there's that. And then there's old cousin Russ. So you say, now, Bub, he doesn't look anything like you. I don't know. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But I can say for sure that some other members of the family, like my son, he looks more like. So there you go. So typical Dell fare. Old Russ Tamblyn. Always liked hearing the stories my mom would tell about just exactly how we factored into the family with him. And he was kind of the most famous person to come from our family back in the day. I think I am now, but probably not. Now, he had a daughter named Amber Tamblyn, and she did movies for a while. I don't know if she still is very active, but she did movies and TV shows as well. So if the name sounds familiar, that may be from there. And also she ended up marrying, let's see, maybe, I forget his name. He played Tobias in Arrested Development. So she has kind of a famous husband as well. And he's done a lot of movies and a lot of stuff as well. So there you go. So kind of a little bit of Hollywood in us. Definitely some show people in us. So there you go. Very special book to me. Glad to have it. And maybe someday I'll get a higher grade copy. The back has a little bit of a tape hole. Don't know how that got there. And we'll appreciate that. So, all right, on to the standard comic haul. Doing a real hard swing in the other direction. This one is a modern book. Here is The Invincible Red Sonja number 4. I'm picking up these Frank Cho variant covers. This is number 8 of 10, but they're not coming out in order. So obviously this is book number 4. This is, cover number 8. So whatever. And it says, damn it, I hate wearing this metal bikini in a thunderstorm. And look at her. Boy, she looks like she got fried. Fun stuff. And there's probably only going to be 10 issues for this run. So I guess I'll end up with a complete run of Red Sonja, which I've never had before. So maybe I'll give the story a try. This one, put the kitties to bed. This was a win on mycomicshop.com, an auction win. And didn't have a lot of bidders from what I could tell, but I pulled it out. I'm not going to get it too close to them there camera because it's a little risque. But it's by Amanda Connor. It's called Pop Kill. And this particular issue, which I'm looking for, I don't see the issue number, but this particular issue had a Kickstarter, and it was the secret naughty variant, it said. So In other words, it was like a black bag comic, if you guys are ever familiar with that, where you pick up a book and you don't know what the cover is until you open it up. So that's what this was, a Kickstarter for that. So there's very few of these available. I was looking for where it said how many there were, but I thought it was less than maybe 100 or 400. So I have to do some research on that. But there it is, Amanda Connor signed, and it is Pop Kill. And I don't know the number, so you'll see it up there. So very cool. It does have a little bit of extra fun on there, so don't start counting them. But look at that. Isn't that neat? I love the colors on there. Just very cool. And they're going to when I looked for I wasn't looking for this specifically. I just saw it. It was available on the auction. I couldn't pass it up. I couldn't leave it behind. It was just too cool. Too many cool colors. And something that I didn't know until after I purchased it, it's actually embossed. So each of these, everything you see that's not white is actually kind of a 3D. You can feel it through the bag there. So very cool idea for such a cover. So A+. Thank you, Amanda Connor. Your finest work is right here. I'm calling it now. All right, on to the Jungle Ladies. You know we can't stay behind them too long. We got Jungle Girl number 5, so a little bit of Frank Cho action here. Loving that. Doing a good job there. I think, yeah, this one's Cho. So I'm picking up a lot of the variants on this, so they may not all be Frank Cho. Like this one's not a Cho cover. So there's Jungle Girl Season 2, number 2. I just kind of like all these variants. Here is Season 2, number 5. Very cool there. Destroying. Look at that nasty dude in the back, man. And that one getting her hair pulled. Very cool stuff. Love this one. Here is Jungle Girl Season 3, number 2. Look at that. That is fantastic. Frank Cho doing his best there. I love that one. That's a little pterodactyl nest up there. Very cool. Yeah, I'm digging that. And we got Jungle Girl Season 3. She's escaping this crocodile, giant croc, who's getting eaten by a giant shark. And she's jumping off her tiny raft. Look at that. So Season 3, number 3. And then a little bit of a snapback. This Johnny Quest, number 3. And of course, what's especial about that? It's a cool Dave Stevens cover. Very cool. Guns for the Laughing Man. Ha 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 ha. Look at him in the background. Look at that laughing guy. I think I know that guy. Look at him. He owes me 20 bucks. All right. So let's see what else we got. Whoop, there you go. And then last and certainly not least, but how many copies of this silly book am I going to end up with? Here is Gun Hunting number 1. This is I thought it was supposed to be a metal foil, but it's not. It's just plain. So I don't know if I've already shown this book off or not, but I'm showing it again. And I think I got another copy of the next haul. So there you go. Every time my wife sees it, she's like, how many of those books you got? She didn't even like it that well to begin with. I was like, I don't know. This is my third one, I think. So anyway, so that's my haul. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Just a quick one today, but I want to tell you a little story on my cousin Russ Tamblin, my distant cousin Russ Tamblin, and the family. And David Cross, that's his name. That's Amber Tamblin's husband, David Cross. Okay, so there you go. So, and I think all these people are still alive. So there you go. Tom Thumb, Russ Tamblin, very cool. And we'll catch you next time in BUB'S World. Remember to read a comic and don't apologize for the glare. Bye-bye.